what you've said, I'll gan wi' ye, my shepherd lad, and ye may row me in your plaid, and I shall be your dearie. While waters wimple tae the sea, while day blinks in the left, say he, till clay cold death shall blend mine, he shall be my dearie. Ca the ewes tae the nose, ca them where the heather grows, ca them where the burnie rose. My bonny, my bonny, my bonny dear, my dear. Ca the ewes tae the nose, ca them where the heather grows, ca them where the burnie rose. My bonny dearie. As I gaed doon the waterside, there I met my shepherd lad. He rowed me sweetly in his plaid, and he called me his dearie. Well, he can doon the waterside and see the waves say sweetly glide beneath the hazels spreading wide. The moonhead shines full clearly, and ye shall get guns and ribbons meet, calf leather shin upon your feet, and in my arms you'll lie and sleep, and ye shall be my dearie. If ye'll but stand tae what you've said, I'll gan wi' ye, my shepherd lad, and ye may row me in your plaid, and I shall be your dearie. While waters wimple tae the sea, while day blinks in the left, say he, till clay cold death shall blend mine, he shall be my dearie. Ca for the ewes, tay the nose, call them where the heather grows, call them where the burnie rose. My bonny, my bonny, my bonny dear, my dear.
Hey, can we verify we've got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? All right, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ghastly Stamus from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, aka Game Logic on Twitch, here with another episode episode of the Replication Anecdotes. We're about to get things a little sweaty, playing some DriveClub on the Sony PlayStation 4. So these are the last days of this game. The servers go down at the end of this month. The game will still be available to play in single player mode. But you know, I don't know how much it's going to get played after that, so we're going to go ahead and hey, what's going on, Takin? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you. Thanks so much for slipping through the live stream. Hope things have been going well for you. I'm surprised you are not out fishing or hunting, shooting. You should be doing one of them, yeah, no doubt. So we're gonna take out the we'll take out the beetle. Wear the special paint. Oh, that's some stuff is not unlocked. So what do I have to do to unlock that? When you reach level 5. Alright, we'll go with one of the custom paint jobbies then. Well, thanks so much for swinging through anyway, man. Hope you're doing good today. What do you have going on this weekend if you're not out shooting? How are things with you, man? Good, man. You know, the job is just taking up a lot of time. So, and of course, when I do have time to live stream, it takes me so long to get everything set up and ready that I wind up getting pinched a lot of times. I'm getting ready to go live, and I'm just like if I just gamed, then I wouldn't lose all this time trying to live stream. So, Toad, can you let me know how my audio mix balance sounds and whether or not it's difficult to hear me or difficult to hear the game? I hear you going down to the hunting property to scout for turkey tomorrow. Yeah, nice. Very cool. So how long does turkey season last? Is it just getting started, or has it been going on for a while, or is it about to wrap up? It's really a shame what happened with this game. Could have been such a big deal for PlayStation 4. Given that the one iteration of Gran Turismo that we've gotten for this was not that good, in my opinion. Really had to corner really tightened up at the apex there. So I'm on the clock now. Ooh. I had to ditch it because I was too hot in that turn. Let's see what Takin's saying here. Game audio is good. You sound kind of loudish and echoing a bit like you're away from the mic. Turkey season opens up next week and it goes all the way through. You sound kind of loudish. So you think I should bring the mic volume down a bit? Yeah, and I am a bit away from the mic. I guess I can adjust that. And I'll bring the mic volume down a little bit since I'm closer to the mic now. Yeah, this the problem is where I have the mic is like right in front of the streaming PC, so which is where I sit when I'm setting everything up and configuring it. So when I started, it was pushed out of the way. I didn't move it after I actually brought the game up. Oh, this is a different part of the track. Okay, I realize now that that's total time. I thought it was lap time that I needed to make, but it's not. It's not a circuit course. Okay, wait, bring mic volume up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I thought I might have dropped it too low. Okay, hopefully that's better. Yeah, I find time trials in this game to be the most challenging part of the game. So I got a 2-star. So yeah, I wonder if I need to pop back to the menu. I think I have the music derped on here. I need to check that. So I usually do in racing games because, yeah. Race music volume. Yeah, I always derp the, so from being a YouTube streamer, I always derp the in-game music because it's typically copyrighted and it triggers YouTube all the time. But I feel like YouTube's been getting better about that for video game streams when you post them over there. Hot Hatch Cup. So hopefully this will be okay with the YouTube overlords. Okay, so we're staying Hot Hatch. Let's go with the Audi this time. We'll just go with the factory paint. Wait, were you asking me? I was I was asking if me bringing the audio mic volume back up fixed the audio mix balance. I'll get a clip here during this race. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, man, appreciate it. So what else you got planned, man? You gonna go scout the turkey? I thought you were asking me something about YouTube. Oh no, I was saying this racing games get unnerving when it's totally quiet when you're like in the menus and stuff. And that's because I typically turn the music all the way off, because typically in racing games the music is copyrighted because they always get like regular bands. And then, you know, because I export. Oh. Corner penalty. Because I export all my stuff to my YouTube channel, and so it'll play fine on Twitch, but then I'll export it, and it'll get like muted or taken down on YouTube. So, but I think YouTube's getting better about recognizing when a video is a let's play and that the copyrighted music is coming from in the game. Try and get outside this guy. Easy. Fighting it. Come on, man. Is gonna get nasty. Paint over here. Go through. 3, 2. Wow. Here we go. Booyah. Too flippin' fast, too furious right there. Had to get crazy coming down the mountain there. Alright, so I gotta do some quick shenanigans here. Might go there, needs to come up just a hair more to overcome in-game audio. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, bro. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring the in-game audio down a tad. I know with racing games, it's always challenging with that in-engine noise. Hopefully that should balance it out. We're 71% of the way through. Come ride along with me in the Audi A1 Quattro. Drift it! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hairpin action here. Oh, so I haven't reached 125 miles per hour. Come on, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Come on, two more. There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. Thanks, bro. I'll go ahead and clip that too.
Sorry, I can't send messages yet.
Nobody asked you. Keep it down back there. Alright, that felt like a good run. Yeah, they always got to be popping off at the mouth down here. So what else you got going on, man, besides hitting up the turkey? Turk. Are we loading here? And this coffee has been sitting down here forever. I hope this Yeti cup has done its job. It's warm. It's not piping hot, but it'll do. Green screen is doing its thing. Not much really. Let's see. Considering pulling my kayak out of the shed, getting it cleaned up, and sealing screw holes so water doesn't break through. Very cool, man. Yeah, I've talked about getting a kayak and just never gotten around to pulling the trigger. The summers have just been too busy. We're fighting uphill here. Another sprint race. So I'm gonna try to go. Once I... Ooh. That was dirt nasty right there. That's all on me. I ain't gonna sweat making a mistake to the AI though. Oh, that's bad. Oh. If I get up in the first, I'm gonna shift to in-cockpit view. I'm just pulling this thing out of the backlog for the first time in a long time. I'm not ready to. Sun's in my eyes here. This game has great weather effects. This is can't even see. Can't even. One good thing with this particular studio setup is I don't have the studio lights right in my eyes. 90% of the time when I'm playing a racing game, I've got a studio lamp like right in my face. Oh! Alright. Let's take it inside for the fans. I love racing games, but unfortunately, I probably trained myself badly and I grew up playing them, always driving in that outer car view, so it's actually tough for me to go into a cockpit. I also, it's weird, like, I've also always like the best graphics are like of the car. So it's like, when I play racing games, I always want to be able to see the car I'm in. Other people seem to love being inside the cockpit view, so I try to do like half and half now. I'm at 63%. Oh man, I can't see dip. It's getting dark. We're running good though. We're running good. Oh, bogey on my 6. I took it too far to the right. Oh, we rubbing paint. Come on. There we go. Nice trail break. I think the steering's off a bit in the car. I think I got some damage. I definitely feel it not cornering as well as it was. This guy's still tight on me. Breathing down my neck. Trying to put the pressure on me. Oh, there. Oh. It's alright. It's alright. Alright, we're pulling away on him now. Got some room to run. Oh, can I make it? 3 seconds. I think I just came in under the wire for that Chivo. Yep. And possibly playing Warzone later on today. And Need for Speed was my go-to racing game back in the day. Nice. Yeah, man. So I don't know if you keep track of it. So same thing. I played every iteration of Need for Speed. I didn't play the very first one, but I played every one from the second one up through Rivals. So I played Need for Speed 2, High Stakes. Need for Speed 3 was Hot Pursuit. Porsche Unleashed. And then I think after Porsche Unleashed, that was the last like console or PC only version, and then it made the leap to consoles. So then you had Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Underground 2, Hot Pursuit 3, the original Most Wanted. Then of course they revisited Most Wanted again, Need for Speed or Hot Pursuit 3, which I think was arguably the best Need for Speed ever. And then the revisit of Most Wanted and Rivals, and so with Need for Speed 3, so Black Box, who I think were the original, it was the original EA studio who had been doing Need for Speed. They got replaced by Criterion for Need for Speed 3, and Criterion are the guys who used to do the Burnout series, and then Criterion did Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I was not a fan of because that's the one that is very Burnout-like. After that, EA moved Criterion to the Battlefront franchise, and they took over being the guys who did the space battles for the Battlefront series, working with DICE out of, I think DICE is out of Norway or something. So, and then there was a new studio that was created that was called Ghost Games, which was made up of former members of both, I think, Criterion and the original Black Box. I don't know. So the guys who did this game, so it would have been guys from Evolution. But anyway, that new studio were the guys who did, like, Need for Speed Payback, Need for Speed Heat, and just the flat Need for Speed reboot. All those games have been not good. Or at least not as good as the series has historically been. But EA just is now taking Criterion and putting them back on Need for Speed. So it's going to be interesting to see what the next iteration of Need for Speed is going to be, which I would imagine that there will be a Need for Speed this fall with the new consoles. But we'll have to see. So you like the Most Wanted revisit? Sweet. Okay, DICE is out of Sweden. Right. Yeah, I was not a fan of the second Most Wanted. I really love the first Most Wanted, the one with the black Mustang on the box art. Was not a fan of the second one. What I didn't like about the second one was how, like, when you were battling the Most Wanted, it was like a 3-part mission. Like you would race. Then you would race them. Then after you beat them in the race, then you would have to get a takedown on them, and that was just open-ended and lasted like forever. Like, so you raced around the city until you could do a takedown on them. And then I also didn't like the fact that you didn't own any of the cars; that the cars were just scattered around the city. and you would just right, and you would just and you just go around the city and like pick cars up, and and then, like I said, the graphic style was just, to me, it was like a blurry mess. Like I had such a hard time like seeing what was going on, because it had that giant amount of motion blur like the Burnout series used to have. You can never beat the originals. Yeah. I love the originals. I probably didn't appreciate. I think back in the day when I played it, I didn't appreciate Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed as much as I do now. Like looking back at it, because it was just Porsches, and I was like, I don't. Like, at the time, like I was not a big, huge like Porsche fan as far as like manufacturer cars in racing games. Like I liked Lamborghinis and whatnot. So we'll switch to the Volkswagen. And I drew the factory, so we'll drive. I didn't realize with the factory you could choose the paint color. I'm gonna switch that up. All right, we'll drive the clubs. I don't even know this club that I'm in this game. Like, I don't even know how I got in this club. I don't know any of those people. I'm assuming that like I just went searching for a rando club, or I got an invite or something. But it's like the club's still active, so it's like people haven't stopped playing, I guess. So Toke, were you a big Underground fan? Is this this is a time trial? Yeah, this game though is like really, again, it's really disappointing. What went on with this game? I really. Oh, come on! Give me a penalty for cutting the corner like that. But this game was, in all the PR walk up to the release of the PlayStation 4. This was supposed to be a flagship title. It was supposed to be a launch title. It was going to be like their, the racing title. Because of course Gran Turismo only comes out like once every 10 years. But the big deal was this game was also supposed to be the thing that encouraged every PlayStation 4 buyer to get on PlayStation Plus. I feel like I'm derping this all to heck. I don't really understand how much further I have to go. That's the main problem. Oh, why is my speedometer in kph? I need to get that changed. These turns. But everybody who subscribed to PlayStation Plus was going to get this game for free. Am I just going back around to exit, select, finish event via the pause menu? Okay, yeah, alright. I guess the way I play these is I will go around a second time to just see if I can better my time, and if not, I'll just take my 2-star finish. Riding it on the edge there. But everybody who subscribed to PlayStation Plus was supposed to get this for free. It was supposed to be out at launch in 2013. This game got delayed, and I don't think it came out till 2015, so 2 years late. And when it came out, I think what hacked everybody off was so much of the content was paid DLC. So you got the game for free, but you had to buy, the season pass, and like there were very few cars available, and some of the events were even locked. And I mean, when I finally finally downloaded it, because I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber, so I didn't rush to download it. But, oh, is that my, So what is going on here? I gotta be 146. Is this like my third time going around? So, oh no, this is it now. Alright, we did it. So we'll go ahead and bounce. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB scene first for 1 second.
Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that? The coward slave, we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that and all that, our toils obscured and all that.
Alright, sorry about that. So, Takin is saying, never really got into Underground. Okay, yeah, I liked Underground. My problem was, what I didn't like about Underground was when they made the drifting races mandatory. Nope. Oh yeah, finishing that. Oh, what the? Okay, so we crushed the target. But yeah, when I finally downloaded this game, like I couldn't even tell what you were supposed to do in it because so much of the content was locked. So pretty quickly, I guess they got me. Right, pretty quickly I was like, I'm just gonna get whatever pass or whatever I need to get and like unlock this whole thing because I can't. Because it was checkerboard, like you would go and you would do a thing and then like the next thing you were supposed to do would be like locked, and I was like, then you'd like 3 things over would be open, and I'm like, what is this? Sorry, that was my podcast co-host. I was asking them. We've got a few people who are super excited about Ghost of Tsushima, which comes out the end of June, and I'm like, Neo 2 is out now. That seems like I know it's not the same thing, but it seems very similar. And I was surprised like no one was excited for that. So I gotta be level 5. I was more into Counter-Strike than any other game. Oh, okay, very cool. I've just never gone down that path. And I can't hold it against Valve. I feel like they've done at least 2 iterations of like, I don't want to say a reboot, but like a branding of a certain variant of the game that is made to like allow more, first of all, when they made it available on console, and then when they I guess moved it to the Source engine or whatever. So I feel like twice they've tried to make the game more palatable to not long time Counter-Strike players, but I just drive the Mini Cooper from inside. I just never got into it. I guess I was just never like the concept of like that whole like buying equipment thing just always seemed like a hassle, like too much logistics that I just like didn't want to be bothered with. Carried that turn too far outside. So when I got 4:06 is my target time, and our top time. So Takin, what's your work situation been? Have they still been wanting you guys to come in, or have they told anybody? To like stay home or anything like that? Or has it just been like business as usual? I'm on him! Catch this ghost. Oh, here we go. Starting to oh, easy. Easy. Ah! I thought I was going to be able to ride that out. Mistaken. Come on, bro. Settle down. I'm beating this little car up. I haven't really gotten a feel for this ride is one thing. It is a good deal different than both the Audi and the Volkswagen. I haven't caught my groove with this thing. Feels like it has no brakes in comparison. I guess which would make sense since the Audi is all-wheel drive. But this thing is way more nimble. It's got much more turn in, and I haven't really made the adjustment for that yet. Of course, it doesn't help. This is one of those times where I feel like the amount of racing games I play does not help, because I've been playing Dirt 4, which is a rally racing game. And now this. And I was playing that with wheel and pedals. Now I'm on this blast darn PlayStation 4 controller. I think I'm too accustomed to having that. Oh wow, you don't get a redo with that? Do I have to do the whole thing over again? It's a must. You have to come in at under 4:06. Business as usual. They haven't told us to stay home. If that is possible, C19, then we. If there's possible C19, then we are instructed to not go into the specific residence unit. Okay. Now, the places that you inspected work on, are they already occupied, or are you still, like, doing the thing? Oh, no, okay, I came in under 418, so it's a 2-star finish. Or are you still doing the thing where you're going in, like, before the building is open for residents to move in? Alright, so we're going to the Volkswagen series next. So all sorts of challenges here. I guess I drove the Golf GTI, so we'll go back to the Beetle. Alright, so Takin says, these are occupied units, no more inspections here, but we don't have any cases in the complex. Okay, gotcha. So the way you're saying it, so are you saying you're like, in like, is it one complex that you work in, or a set number of complexes that they own, or are you still, like, is it still kind of wide open? Like, where you could be, like, in a different complex, like, every other day or whatever. Ooh. Pay attention! This beetle is surprising me where it's breaking, where the tail end's breaking free like that. I will say, I have been kind of impressed by how the AI can really make it difficult to get around them in the corners. They will definitely adjust and... Oh! I was concentrating too much on trying to get around them. Oh, what is going on here? Okay. Okay, this is 2-lapper, so it is a circuit. Oh! Alright, we're gonna start this event over. Getting a little too derpy. So the company owns like 300 plus complexes, but I work in one complex, but there is a chance, and that chance is really low, where one of the other techs would have to fill in at a different complex. Okay. Okay, so you're on like a standard crew that works like at one location. That's pretty cool. A little more stability, it seems like. Unless you're the type of person who likes doing being in a different place every day. Which I go back and forth. I mean, sometimes I like that comfort food of like working in the same place every. Come on, oh man, come on. And then there are other times where I'm like, oh no, like, you know, getting out and about and being someplace different every day. Alright, so I'm up in the third, still the first lap. Really need to start paying attention to the mini-map. Which now I recall is a thing that I remember from the first few times playing this. Because I just have these aren't like European circuit courses that I'm, you know, familiar with from decades playing racing games. They're not, you know, the Gran Turismo courses that I've been familiar with, like, since I was younger. These things are completely brand new. Oh, tire burning there. You making a run? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I gotta figure out where my look behind button is. I just got a little I will say I really like the scenery in this game too. The like the mountains there in the background. Trying to get around the outside of these guys. Come on, don't close me down like that. And oop. Alright, I do want to figure out where my look behind button is. Display gamer controls. Look back is the R3 button. Why would they put it? Come on. Yes, I like the stability. It's nice to get out and see different scenery, but for me now the stability is where it's at. Yeah, I can definitely see that with, particularly with being like newly married. Like you got enough like new stuff in your routine. Okay, R3 being on the look behind is not the best thing. I also chose right where that ultra sharp turn was to do that. Not the smartest thing. Now it's also interesting here how it doesn't snap to look behind. It's it like fades in and fades out. Just a little shutter there. It's not been the prettiest performance, but I think we're gonna wind up getting the job done here. Okay, we got some room to run now. I think I handbraked that one before. I didn't recognize it that time. Get somebody close on me. It doesn't look like he's making a run. Oh, maybe he is. Oh, he's making a run. No, no, no. No, 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 sir. Trophies. Gonna look for a bit, Lurk. Hey, no problem, brother. Thanks so much for swinging through. I appreciate you keeping me company for a little bit. Sure, I will see you throughout the weekend. Oh, we got a second event here. Looks like we got some precipitation settling in and slight reduction in visibility. Okay, that was all the AI. I didn't do anything to him. I wish I just had the steering precision to just float a little bit outside of him. Not intentional, just didn't know any better. There we go. Handbrake helped out. Spin the nose over a little bit. Sun on the horizon starting to get in my eyes a little bit. Creating an additional challenge. Drift face off. Fine, I'll drift it. They'll give me nothing for that. What? With the clerk? Easy, easy. Alright, first lap down. Gotta remember that this section's a little tricky. Ah, come on, dude. All over my backside. Try and trail brake this. Actually worked out pretty decently. Nice. Certainly burned some burned some tread off the tires there. Starting to settle down and have a good time now. Like I said, amazing that the car held onto the asphalt all the way through that. I looked away and then I looked back and I was like, oh, I'm sure I was going to wind up in the dirt. Starting to settle in and have a better time with this though. Again, it just sharpens my disappointment in just how this game went. Of course, after the game came out, so there was a bit of a recalibration. There was one major update, I want to say probably in 2016, where a lot of that issue of like how much stuff was locked. So they kind of did a Forza Motorsport mea culpa, where I think it was the first Forza that came out on the Xbox One. Kind of had a lot of the same problems where there was too much stuff locked behind microtransactions, and the fan base revolted, and Turn 10 cleaned that up. They have since gone hard away from that type of a game. As far as the nickel and diming now, they do like the regular car packs, and they enable you to just buy a VIP pass, so you just get like all DLC cars, from the beginning, forever. So we won the race but didn't get the lap time. So this stuff still feels kind of stingy, like these manufacturer car levels. So we are up to level 20. We unlocked the Aston Martin and the Pagani. I'm trying to, I may not be able to get back to it now. thought I saw something about Warzone players, so I was trying to, since I might get into that a bit this weekend. Okay, so we've got my plan. So that was the Volkswagen series. So my plan is to put in about right now I have this not schedule-wise for about 16 hours of gameplay before I switch up to something new. Especially since there isn't really anything new out that I really want to get into. I'm not even really sure, like I gotta give some thought to, like, I really don't even know. To a certain extent, I feel like in this last console year, I feel like I don't even want to be bothered with anything. Like I don't know how wrapped around the axle I am about, like, come on, dude, about getting anything on PlayStation 4 in this final year, since I, like it is highly likely that this box, unlike last generation, so last generation I kept my PlayStation 3 because there were still games that I wanted to play on it. But, like, I am pretty certain, like, this very piece of hardware is going to be out the door here in 2020. And I'm like, I don't even know that I feel like being bothered with, like, getting a new game on here and, like, installing it and, like, starting it and not finishing it and then replacing it with, like, a new piece of hardware, like, before the end of the year. I'm just like, I feel like I just want to play whatever's on it now and, like, not be bothered with anything else. Come on, man. That's an uncalled for mess right there. I was clearly ahead of him going into that corner. There we go. Now we're getting some precision steering there. Trying to slip down the outside of this guy. Okay, yeah, so it's Come on, man. We're now slipped back to 5 of 12. I'm starting to kind of really push it in these corners because I really want to get those positions back. That's horrible. Alright, we're going to restart that. Oh, well, so much for that. I guess we're restarting. All right. Wall bounce. So that's interesting. I didn't realize look behind could still just be actuated by the R key. Took the better part of the valor there. I thought, oh, well, I didn't know that one. I was going to push him the first time. And then I decided to back off. It's just a wall bounce. Little paint rubbing. I call everything fair up until now. Oh, I got really getting aggravated. Okay, we're gonna try another restart. Hey, what's up, Sebby? Sorry I didn't catch you as soon as you came in the live stream. I haven't put that much time into this game. I think I think when I first downloaded it, you know, when it was available for free for PlayStation Plus subscribers, I downloaded it and played, I don't know, you know, 20 to 40 hours or so, and then put the game aside. And then I really haven't come back to it since then. Are you a pretty big DriveClub player? I've not spent nearly as much time in this as I have things like, you know, the Forza Horizon series or Motorsport. I think that's the first time I've come through that corner without getting into somebody. I've been commenting a lot during the live stream how I'm really, you know, now revisiting it. Like I continue to be impressed by it. I mean, I much prefer this racing title to the, I guess the one iteration of Gran Turismo that we've gotten on this generation of the PlayStation. Would have been happy to see this kind of become the flagship racing series for the platform. But I'm just really saddened by, you know, how it just kind of wasn't really cared for. I mean, by Sony, and not really, you know, I mean, after it came out late, not really given the attention it needed from a marketing perspective. This is working out nicely, kind of out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that. Somebody says I play it here and there for a couple of hours. Okay, yeah. No, that's cool. I really like it. Unfortunately, of course, the servers go down at the... Oh, jeez. I was talking and, like, my vision got locked up on that blasted purple flare, and I was like, well, that's where the course is going. No, that's where the wall is, bro. See if we can pull this back. This is going to be tough here. I didn't mean to plow into the side of him like that, but yeah, of course the servers go down at the end of this month, so all the multiplayer features will be disabled. I think purchasing any DLC is already turned off. I think they got turned off in August of last year. If you've already purchased stuff, I think you can still unlock it if it's progression locked in the game. Oh, here we go. He gets the go-ahead pass. Let's see what Abby has to say here. It's a great game all around. But yeah, it's much. To me, it's like it's one of those things. Like it's much better than the sum of its parts, and it's much better than like I said, the level of attention and acknowledgement that it gets from gamers, even racing game fans. I think. You know, we all talk about Need for Speed, not now, but you know, in years past, you know, Need for Speed and Forza and Gran Turismo and Project Cars. I've always been really impressed by like what this game did to come from Evolution Studios, who has been like in the racing genre, but not like in the stunt racing genre, right? With like ATV and all that stuff, but not really like a near simulation style racer. Just really impressed with what they pulled together here, and the midstream update where they kind of cleared the decks of a lot of the stuff that was locked behind DLC paywalls, I think, was when the game really started to live and breathe. And unfortunately, you know, by then we were kind of heading towards the end. Surprisingly, I was reading earlier this week that despite, you know, all of the challenges and whatnot, this game still sold 2 million copies, which is pretty successful. I mean, what you would qualify as a pretty successful release. I mean, that's not chump change to sell 2 million units, particularly of a Sony exclusive. You know, where you have a lot of players in the Sony install base, but you know, but they're all into their own genres, and every PlayStation player doesn't play every exclusive, and it isn't into every franchise. You know, the numbers on a given Sony exclusive for some of their releases, you know, cannot be staggeringly large numbers. So it's really impressive that this game, not being Gran Turismo, you know, sold 2 million units. And I think those are 2 million. I think those are 2 million units sold. I don't think those are PlayStation Plus giveaways. So I know plenty of other publishers and developers who would kill to sell 2 million units of their game. So it sucks that game didn't get the attention it deserved. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, again, when I first downloaded it and played it, I was frustrated with the amount of like lack of clarity that I had on like being able to make like continuous progression throughout the game, because you would play a thing and then hit a paywall, you know. You know, you would play one event in the car class, and then like the next event would be locked, but like then 3 events to the right on the menu screen would be unlocked, and like having to do that hopscotch across the checkerboard of games, you know, in a racing game, which, you know, is hyper focused on on linear progression was frustrating. But like I said, they did that update, which I think happened in summer of 2016 or maybe early 2017, something like that. That cleared a lot of that off. Like I said, they kind of did like the Forza reboot that Turn 10 did when they released that version that ticked everybody off for the nickel and diming, of cars and DLC. These guys kind of did the same thing, but by then, like, there was so much animosity towards the game that it was hard to turn that ship around. But I mean, but for people who revisited it, I felt like we've had a very rewarding racing experience. Oh, really? This is a short event. 136. I guess I will take it around one more time to see if I can get the 131. All right, we're gonna start hooking hard left here. So we cleared the wall, but we lost a ton of speed there. But we may have come out of it. Nope. That's my ghost. I derped that corner up last time too. Trying to see if I can hot-foot it through these last few corners. Well, there's the pull ahead there. Oh man! You're not gonna pull off a better time after that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take it around and make a third pass then. There's two corners here. I gotta. That last one was one of them. It cracks back greater than 90 degrees. Alright. Let's try and make something of this run. Come on, come on. There we go. Ah, no, what the? Horrible. Alright, here's my crackback that I keep screwing up. That's a little extra bit that I needed there. Scheiße. Target beaten. There we go. Let's take it to the garage, yo. Do you want to race? Are there other games you play? Yeah. Yeah, I play a ton of other games. I'm a big variety gamer, so I play everything from racing games to flight sims, space sims, the occasional platformer, although that's not like one of my big table stakes. First-person shooters, third-person shooters, RPGs, all kinds of stuff. My preference, I mean, if left to my own devices, I would probably play predominantly racing games and simulations, but I'm part of a weekly gaming podcast, so I try and to facilitate our conversations, I try and get around a lot. Sometimes I great a little bit at some of the things that I wind up having to play, but gaming for me is a little bit more of a, you know, highly experimental kind of experience than, you know, only playing the things that, you know, would strictly be in my wheelhouse. I'm great at first-person shooters. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of them myself. I like a good shooter. I'm a big Destiny 2 fan, and I like The Division 2. Hey, thanks so much, Sebi, for following. I'll also thank you for you are officially the person who has exercised the ghost. Since I flipped from Streamlabs OBS back to OBS for my live stream application, my stinking alerts they keep popping the default alert, even though I have my custom Celtic widgets enabled. I've not been able to figure it out. I've like gone in and cleared them out and reset them. So you were the first person who has triggered an alert that has resulted in my custom alerts triggering as they should. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Ooh. Yeah, once I get done with this race, I'm going to check the time to see how much longer I'm playing, and then I'll let you know if it'll work out as a good time for us to play some multiplayer. Man, this pack is crowded. I don't know. Yeah, part of me wanted to just get out of that and let those yokels fight it out, but in fourth. Circuit race lap 1 and 2. Yes, everybody, if you want, I'm not sure if you can. Oh yeah, you can't see my gamer tag on screen. But if you want to go ahead and send me a friend invite, you can look me up on the PlayStation Network. It's Zeusadamas, so it's ZEUXIDAMAS. If you want to go ahead and shoot me a friend request, because I'm going to be playing this game for the next several live streams, so even if we don't play today, it's definitely feasible that we would be able to play in the sometime over the next week and a half. That's a run. That's a run in the corner right there. If I can just hook this switch back. There we go. Sun's coming down right in my eyes. Always gotta like the racing games that model weather conditions so well that it actually causes you realistic visibility problems on the track. This is a really nice corner-to-corner course right here. And we've got some room to run. Ooh. Got a little confused there inside the cockpit. Good, Gucci. I love the animation, bro. Okay, so I have Zeusy. So it's a Z-E. Here, I'll type it in to the chat real quick. Sorry about that. Cursor focus isn't in there. ZEUXIDAMAS. Yeah, so if you do a lookup for that gamer tag on PlayStation Network, you should find me. And yeah, we probably do have some time to get into multiplayer, so if you shoot me a friend invite and let me know once you've sent it, then I will pop out to the media crossbar and see if I can find it and accept it. Thanks for the compliment on the animation too, I appreciate that. Okay, we are up to still at level 20. Grinding it out. 10,000 more points to go. Oh, there we go. Let me see. So because I don't remember what information gets shown when I go to the media crossbar, I'm going to put you on the BRB screen real quick.
Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that? The coward slave, we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that and all that, our toils obscured and all that. The rank is but the guinea stamp, the man's the gowd for all that. What though on hamely fare we dine, wear hood and grey and all that? Gie fools their silks and knaves their wine, a man's a man for all that. Their tinsel show and all that, for all that and all that. The honest man, though e'er sae poor, is king of men for all that. Ye see yon birkie cod along.
Alright, Timmy, so I got your friend request. I invited you to join the private lobby. Receive game alert. And the only thing is, Sebby, I'm not set up to get into voice chat with you with this setup, so I apologize for that. I'll drive the Renault again. Alright, so we're getting into a little multiplayer. I guess Sebby made it 1v1, one lap. He would probably smoke me. I would assume. Hard right-hander here coming up on the switchback. Trying to make sure I don't get into him. A lot of counter steering there around the corner. He's drifting it on the handbrake. This is a super complicated course, very technical. Hard right coming up here. Go through some chicanes. And then a hard right. That hand, chose to handbrake it there. Trying to see if he's giving me the hustle. And he's ouch! You just let me get ahead so that he can smoke me here. Ooh, he's right there. Okay. You got me. Good race. That's good, really competitive, very, very close all the way through. Trophy earned. Trophy! Picked up the BMW. Yeah, no, Sammy. Yeah, that was a good race. I appreciate it. It was nice and close. Oh man. I don't even know what this car is. I'll go with my club skin. So that's neat. I like how in the multiplayer menu they tell you, you know, what the other person has picked. And I like that when he's setting the race up that they're giving you like a scrolling play-by-play of like what settings he's configured. Other games do it, and so like you get into the race and you're like, huh, what are we doing? I didn't see what they picked. Crazy. This thing is so high performance. Ooh. Oh, oh. Caught some rocks. Okay, 2 laps. The engine sound in this thing is amazing. The car you very much have to just like nudge around the track. A little bit of a wall bounce. Not hard. Whoa! Oh! The torque on this thing is crazy! Okay, it's gonna be a slight. Oh, you got the go-ahead. I was so afraid of getting the car sideways out of control that I didn't brake as much as I should have. I got the wall tanker there just like he did. trying to find the right counter steer on here and not picking it up. This is a very dangerous car to just jump into. There's no prior ride experience in it. That's one of the challenges with this game. There's so much content in this game in terms of cars and tracks, and it's... Yeah, I mean, it would take me a solid year to get through enough of it to really be familiar with any set of challenges or competitions. I think he had a big wreck. He's been leading me the whole way through, and I think I was able to slip past him here at what may be the end. Whew, lost a lot of traction there. This is going to flatten the car out though, coming downhill. Oh! Barely pulled it out. That had to be an incredibly close race. Not even a full 2 seconds, like 1.9 seconds. Yeah, that was a good race. Yeah, 1.9 second split time. Wow. Amazing. Let's see, did I get the decibel in there? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, you're definitely right. If you hadn't spun out, you definitely would have had me. Alright, so just keeping it in the performance. Let's take the Jaguar out. Can I use the special paint? Nope, not unlocked. I need like 2 more stools in here. I got one for the mic and the sound isolation shield, and then one for the mixer. I need like a 3rd stool over here for like my keyboard and mouse. Alright, so we got about 20 minutes left in the live stream. Oh, may not have been a good pick. The Jaguar, it drives like the Viper did in Gran Turismo. It is not appreciative of counter steer. See if we can get something working here. He's way out ahead now. Whoa, man. He was blasted off like a shot out of a cannon. There's 2 laps. I'm not putting any pressure on him right now, though. So actually, this is pretty dope. Typically in racing games, if you can't stand one-on-one. But Sebi and I actually seem to be, at least half the time, if I pick the right car, we're pretty close. That keeps things interesting. You can check up speed enough there. Got some decent counter steer. This is one of those cars where it's taking like every racing technique that I know all put together just to get this thing around the track. There's that section that left, so then you gotta hope that you get some good downforce going downhill there to cement the car to the track. Oh, I think somebody slowed down for me there. I'm having a really hard time getting this Jaguar around the track. I'm going to go ahead and go inside cockpit just because I want to see what it looks like. You don't have to wait for me, Sammy. If you're beating me, man, just beat. Go ahead. Oh, you're gonna hit that rock? I thought I was sure I was going off the side of the mountain there. I think he's got that Koenigsegg. Very impressive vehicle. I used to love driving that thing in Project Gotham Racing. Both smoking their tires going around the corner there. Well, I got too much counter steer on the car. Man, not a fan of the Jaguar. Probably need to spend a significant amount of time with that to master it. Well, it got me up to level 21, I guess. You're a great driver, just bad to choose guy. Yeah. I insist on driving them all, even the ones I drive well. Okay, so I will make a guess at what car I can drive well based on what I'm familiar driving in other racing games, and hope that the physics model is pretty close. We'll see how this goes. Okay, let's see. BMW M4, Nissan GTR, Caterham, Jaguar, Dodge Charger, oof, Challenger, Stingray. I'm not seeing anything here that I drive well. I don't even know. Alright, we'll try the Renault. I wonder, I didn't check, did you leave the class completely open? Because then I may have chosen something that's like completely mismatched from his car. I'm taking the rough out again. Oh, yeah, I'm way mismatched. I thought he had it locked to a class. So this will be interestingly horrible. I should have just kept on just picking the next car in progression and seeing if it matched my driving style. I think what he tried to do is give me a head start to make it competitive. And this track is just a straight rocket shot. Ooh, it tightened up way more than I understood that it was. Easy. Then after no turns, it's going to suddenly throw you some chicanes and some hard hooks. A 90-degree right-hander coming up here. Ooh. All right, so I'll go back up to a higher performance car. I didn't understand that he had unlocked the performance class. Okay, so now he's locking it to performance class. Yeah, though. Change class to bonus. Hyper. Okay, I'll take the Regera. So let's see what Sebi's gonna pick here. Or maybe he's I guess he's still in the rough right now. Yeah. Oh. I started questioning myself going in that corner because I saw him flying into it, and I'm like, am I slowing down way too much? I was like, nope, he was going too fast. Okay, so we're gonna. Car's so unstable. It's actually good that I hit those things. It slowed me down. Oh. Bunny hopped the track there a couple times. I'm really trying to. Wow, super tight. Close, very close. Oh, much respect. All right, so this is going to be interesting. So now we're going to go head to head. Okay, so I think he has us on the same track. Now we're in the same car. Very interesting. Oh my gosh, this thing is so stable. This thing is planted. Super stable in the corners. It's gonna be tough to get around him though. Hook back to the right here. Oh. Oh no! It's super planted in the corners, but once you lose it, it goes quick. Once you exceed that performance profile. Yeah, like that. It's stable, but once it loses its footing, that's tough because it was a really close race up to that point. Yeah. This is a great car, but it's really not suited well to my style because it is it relies on a lot of throttle discipline, which I don't have. Because I'm so used to trail braking, but it is not, and counter steering, but it's really not up for that. It really wants you to show good throttle discipline. Still, I mean, the split time was only 2 seconds. Another one bites the dust. All right, man. Alright, so hopefully somebody got the word that I got to bounce. Alright, everybody, thanks so much for joining in on this afternoon's live stream. I will be back tonight playing some more DriveClub, so look forward to that. If you happen to be watching the archive version of this on the YouTube channel, Rounding Off Infinity, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can just be notified whenever I post new content. Until next time, once again, my name has been Ghastly Statements from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, aka Game Logic on Twitch. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, play the games that you like, and stream the games that you love. That's going to do it for me. Good night, good luck, and good gaming. I'm out of here.
Ye banks and braes, o bonny Doon, how can ye bloom sae fresh and fair? How can ye chant, ye little birds, and I sae weary, full o care? Ye'll break my heart, ye warbling birds that wantons through the flowery thorn. Ye mind me, O departed joys, departed never to return. Oft hae I roved by bonny Doon to see the rose and woodbine twine, and ilka bird sang o its love, and fondly say did I o mine. Well, lightsome heart, I stretched my hand and put a rosebud frae the tree, But my false lover stole the rose and left the thorn with me. Ye banks and braes, o bonny Doon, how can ye bloom sae fresh and fair? How can ye chant, ye little birds, and I say weary, who care? You'll break my heart, ye warbling bird that wanders through the flowery thorn. Ye mind me, oh, depart